Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to a quarter-final and semi-final edition of this week's episode on Top Tier Talk. We're going to start off with the rather large elephant in the room, I suppose. Southgate is still in a job because England are through to the semis after winning on penalties. Wasn't really, I suppose, meant to go like that. Everyone had Switzerland down to win, I suppose. Not on the podcast, but in general, where people were having Switzerland down to win because of the football that we've been playing. We did go 1-0 down with 15 minutes to go, and we were all watching it together, and we did probably think it was over at that point. But Elliot, your star boy, little Chile Saka popping in with an equaliser, and then also
Indeed.
scoring a penalty in the penalty shootout. England
Mhm.
scoring all five penalties. I don't know when the last time that happened, but
I don't
I
think it's
think
ever happened. I
the
don't remember.
Colombia, no, did we miss one
No,
in
because
Colombia?
Henderson missed.
Oh yeah, Hendo missed. Yeah, that was it. I don't know. If anyone knows, let us know. But yeah, yeah, I suppose that's my way in. We were poor, but a lot better. A lot. I think that's the best performance of the tournament, where it's a lot more structured and a lot better. And in my player ratings, I said, I think it was harsh. I gave Foden a 6.5. That he looked a lot better. And I know people were going, "Oh, he should have been hooked, should have been this, should have been that." But I think he looked a lot better, and it gave us a lot more sort of rigidity and shape. It's not
I
obviously
don't
the
know. I think
Foden of City.
I
he was
think
played
you're.
he was played in a better position, that's for sure, and he definitely shined a lot better than he did like for the previous games where he played left wing. But I still think could have done better.
I think. I've already said this. Like Southgate's a reactive, not a proactive manager. I mean, the fact that he brought the subs on straight after we conceded says enough. They should have come on 10 minutes before,
Mhm.
and they changed the game. And obviously, Saka's pen. Obviously, everyone. I was really happy for him. Like rivalries aside, because it's like a relief as well. He nearly missed, but
But
Sorry,
he
well,
didn't.
after the final after Trent's penalty as well, he just like collapsed in a heap on the floor, didn't he?
yeah, it's like a relief one, which is good for the confidence. And even I think was it you one of you guys said when we were watching it that the players that took a pen who might not be starters feel like they've
Yeah,
contributed.
it's like a confidence boost.
Exactly, like Ivan Tony, for example. Like what a pen! Like I mean, not looking, but again, I don't. I'm still not convinced by that performance. I don't. I think you guys are like being too kind to it. I mean,
Oh no, as I said, it was another poor performance, but it also seems I was talking to someone earlier about. I'll jump onto the other game quickly, just in the terms, obviously linking it to England with Spain France tonight. It's almost very football if France were to go on and win tonight against Spain, because Spain have probably been the team of the tournament, and France haven't even scored a goal from open play. But it's just, as I said, seems very football for them to just sort of limp through the tournament and get to a semi-final and then go, right, now's the time to actually score a goal from open play. Almost the same as us. But I think I touched on it last week, or
well, it's giving me Sorry to interrupt.
uh,
Portugal vibes, 2016
yeah,
Portugal vibes, isn't it?
they won one game. That's what can I say. It almost seems very not. I mean, neither us. I'd say us and the Netherlands have probably played as bad as each other. Like I know they've had a couple of good games, but neither of us have been really convincing. And it almost one of us is guaranteed to get to the final. Obviously, we might not win it, but we're guaranteed to get to the final playing poorly. If you was to probably ask Dutch fans again, not that we care either, if you're in the final or semi-finals, obviously at this point, just I'd rather play boring football and win a tournament than play good football like
I don't
Germany were.
know.
Yeah, I'm the
Like,
same. I'd rather just win every game, go through the emotions just to see us lift the trophy than obviously good performances and
yeah.
go out. I
And
mean,
if anyone says anything otherwise, this is to anyone that thinks otherwise than this, Theo Baker, I saw your clip. If you think that it's better for a team to dike Germany, score 5 goals against Scotland, do what they did 2-0 comfortably against Denmark, and then get knocked out in the round of 16 or the quarters
the
and
last
go, well done, don't worry about it. Well done, lads. You've played good, but we didn't win anything. You're deluded. It's a terrible shout. It's a terrible opinion because like why would you can watch terrible football, but in 30 years' time, where we're all sitting there in a pub chatting about this in 2024, hypothetically, if England win the Euros, no one's going to turn around and go, oh, but actually, Southgate ball was terrible. We're going to go,
Well, we will
in,
because we watched
in, in
it.
our lifetime, England won a trophy. That's going to be the main point. It doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you're
Well,
going
I
to
mean,
add to the end of it.
I think if he wins this trophy, he'll be the greatest English manager of all time based on tournament success. He would be like, I mean, yeah, obviously World Cup's higher pedigree, but final, semi-final, quarter-final was it? Do you know what I mean? It's like
I
He's had
get it.
three semis and a quarter final, which again, barring a Harry Kane missed penalty because he's an idiot sometimes. We could have well been another semi. No, I know it happens. I
I
understand
mean,
it
it's still
happens.
even if I mean
He
we're in the
could
semis, it's still a success.
he could have gone 4 for 4 for semi-finals.
Mm.
And again, would we have beat Morocco? Most likely, because France made it look quite comfortable. Would we have beaten Argentina? Probably not. But let's be real about that. But
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the thing I want to touch about now is okay. It's all well and good that we'll go through to play Netherlands now in the semi-final, but the thing is what I want Southgate to realise now is Kane against Van Dijk is atrocious. He's countered him completely already.
terrible shout.
That's not a terrible shout.
Van Dijk has been poor this whole tournament.
So is Kane. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
But
Kane's got 2
Van
goals, though.
Dijk is Kane's kryptonite.
He's our top goal scorer.
Who, Kane? No, Gakpo is.
No, England's top goal
Oh,
scorer.
yeah, him and Bellingham are both on 2, I think.
I think Saka's on 2, isn't he?
I'll fact check that.
I think Saka's on 1. I think maybe 2.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
carry on your point. Sorry.
Anyhow, what I was going to say is there needs to be a kind of different way of platform in order to be able to kind of get through that defense because I think it's a very strong defense. You've got Dumfries, De Vrij. Is it De Vrij?
Not even
De
De
Vrij.
Vrij.
Van Dijk.
You've got Van der Ven as well, who's
Exactly, who's
great
rapid.
Who gets brought on at 60 minutes because he's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Starting.
So I don't know. Netherlands are quite like a sporadic team as well because if you see, for example, in the 60th minute when they played, who did they play? Turkey.
Last round was Turkey.
They brought on Wout Weghorst, and I'll be honest, he's obviously when he went to United, we were laughing at him. Yeah, haha, he's not good. But when he came up against Turkey, he was a fucking threat. He was very, very good. Even he's like what 6'6", but he causes problems. He's always in the box. He always knows where to be.
He knows where the
And-
goal is.
Well, yeah, exactly. But for
I
this,
think he does
for some
half the
reason,
time.
this tournament, Kane just, I don't know, he just wants to be a CDM all of a
Too
sudden.
deep, and I don't know if it's Southgate telling him to be that. It was just him, just his inkling because
Because if Kane was doing what Wout was doing, just basically being a pest in that middle and basically ruining Van Dijk and De Vrij, I'd be happy with it. I don't care if he doesn't get a goal, but he needs to be where he needs to be as a number 9. But what he does for Bayern Munich, but he doesn't. I don't get it.
it's
If you saw his
like,
performance against Arsenal in the Champions League, he was quality. He pissed me off because he was so good, and now all of a sudden he's like this. I don't understand it. That's what I'm saying. It's like a complete drop in quality.
I mean, but he's someone who picks up his form near the end of the tournament. Do you remember, like,
Yeah, I get it, but this is what I'm saying.
He didn't score.
It's a
all
bit
group
too
stage
late.
last
Do you know what I
time
mean?
out, did
Do you think we should start Tony instead? Whereas
no,
he
I
could
think it's too
I-
big of a risk, man.
no,
It's too
I-
big of a risk
yeah.
to start. He's England's top goal scorer, and I know he's having a poor tournament. He's still scoring goals. He can still find the back of the net. It's just this deep
But thi-
position. Like the amount of times we shouted because he wasn't.
Yeah,
in
because
the
he's so
box.
see
Like, there
him.
was, I think it was we've had him on here for a video, but not on the podcast, but on the TikTok. It was Ollie, that Palace fan, had it. There was a screenshot. I think it was him. Of it was when the ball came over the top. It was in the first half. Saka's cut it back, and Kane's still out like on the edge of the box. It's almost like he's just gone. It's going to play. Oh, I best catch up. But also, I do disagree with what again. Poor UL getting digs this episode. I disagree. Obviously, too little, too late. If Kane wants to start scoring now, because if he scores 3 goals, he scores 2 tomorrow and 1 on Sunday, and it's the winner. Is that too little, too late? No. Do you know what I mean?
I get it
Because
but
we've
from
got
what
through
I've-
to this point.
From what I'm seeing, it's yeah. But the thing is I know it's
It's all
obviously
ifs and
not
buts.
terrible, but I guess when you've been watching him this entire tournament and you kind of see there's no kind of I don't know performance from him that's been outstanding from him, you just kind of think, well, do we try something different? But then again, I do understand what you're saying because it's a bit late because we're in the semi-final now, so you play what you're used to. I
Do you
don't
know
know.
what I say? Like, actually, Harry Kane had a great performance in a tournament for England. Like, not even in the last Euros, like we got to the final. Like, he didn't
Germany?
actually have a good performance.
I know he
Like,
scored, but
he's like he scores in it. That's all we need from him. It's just the goals. We don't care about how he plays. If he gets that winner or something, I mean, against Denmark, he just got that penalty and then like everything's all right. It's like I think the goals just make up for the bad performances. And if he obviously scores against Netherlands and scores a winner, I think
Yeah,
then
yeah.
what-
I'm just saying, like, because obviously, I guess we've got some. It's just we're probably looking at it from a Premier League stand of view. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously we're going to think we've got another 20 games left, which is why we think hook him. But then obviously that's not the case. We were in the
Yeah.
semi-final.
Also, just I was going to say, just as a pointer, Kane's on 2, Bellingham's on 2, Saka is on 1 of me. You were correct. So again, on the topic of Kane's poor performances, providing Gakpo doesn't score tomorrow, even if we go out and Kane scores a goal, he is joint top scorer, and that leaves Danny Olmo, who's on 2.
But that's so
Ruiz,
poor
who's
though.
on
By the way,
2.
this Euro's been terrible with goal scorers.
Yeah, there's Mikatadze, who had 2 penalty goals, obviously with Georgia, got knocked out there at 16. Musiala obviously got knocked out with Germany, 3 goals. Schranz, who we knocked out, on 3. And Gakpo obviously still to play tomorrow on 3 as well. So there's only 4 people on 3,
He's
and
their
one of
biggest
them's 2
threat,
penalty goals.
Are you guys confident though?
If Kyle Walker starts right back, we're going to have some problems because Gakpo's actually been a threat.
I don't care how fit he is. I want
I-
Luke
I
Shaw.
I'd-
agree. I
I'd-
agree.
I'd toy with bringing him on at halftime, if not just after. Again, I saw this on TikTok earlier. I can't remember who it was, but I'm stealing your idea. Sorry. Essentially said is if you start Luke Shaw on, start Luke Shaw on. If you start with Luke Shaw, sorry, and you're gonna get 60, 70 minutes, probably maximum out of him. Because if it is a Premier League game, you'd give him 20 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and then give him a full 90. Obviously, we haven't got that time because it's tournament football. So if you was to start with, for example, Trippier at left back, who you would comfortably bring off for sure, when it gives us a much better attacking outlet if we're going into the game, like latter stages of the game, 1-0 down. Whereas if you start with Luke Shaw, you take him off at 60 minutes, you're not, Trippier's going to also get hooked. You're not going, if you're bringing on a Tony or a Watkins or a Palmer or someone, you'd also be looking at hooking Trippier, who you've only brought on 10, 15 minutes ago, to bring on an attacking player to go into a back three. Whereas if you bring on Luke Shaw with half an hour, 40 minutes to go, you probably keep Luke Shaw on the pitch. I think he's a much better attacking outlet than Trippier offers in that position.
Yeah,
So
but it's not position as well, isn't it?
yeah, so I'd probably start. I'd probably stick with Trippier at left back. Give him 45 minutes. If he is as brain dead as he has been for the last two games, hook him off. We've got Shaw on the bench. I think that's the better thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
again,
yeah,
worst
I
does come to
understand it.
worst. I was
I
going
mean,
to
I
say
get
worst
it.
does come to worst. If he does get injured or he's not fit enough, then again, as we said, Trippier you'd bring off for your
And then you
Palmer,
can put
whoever.
Saka there. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it could be too late though. That's the problem.
that's another thing. What if it's too late? We're too
Then
nil down.
they've got two fantastic defenders sitting on the bench. They've got Frimpong and Van de Ven.
Frimpong
So
plays
if
on the
all of
wing
a
for
sudden
them.
they go 1-0 up, they could just go, fuck this, let's just hook Gakpo and Xavi Simmons and then just whack like six at the back. Put Van de Ven
But
as
again,
CDM.
I don't
And then
think
that's curtains for us.
I don't think Coman's going to do that. And also,
I know, I'm
Excuse me.
saying like worst case
Doesn't
scenario
play
because obviously
Frimpong on the wing though.
yeah,
I
he
never
plays him.
actually.
He plays it like out wide. But I
Yeah.
was also going to say, I mean, the players that we've got in terms of attack, I'm not saying start all of them, but players that would it will probably be Foden, Bellingham, Kane as a front three. As you said, Saka will be somewhere in the lineup. If you're
Has to be.
rotating those,
Has to be.
if you look at who was it? Slovakia. It was. We beat in extra time. We scored the. You sit back. Yes, they had chances, and no matter who you play, whether it's Barcelona against Milton Keynes or Arsenal against Tottenham, teams are going to have chances. So,
But
like, obviously,
the quality of players for Holland and Slovakia are different.
oh
How
no, but
many
that's what I was going to say with
chances?
Elliot. If
What
they're
if we
sitting back, if they're sitting
go
back,
2-0 down, 3-0 down, game done, it'll be too hard to come back. I mean, we've been very lucky against very, in no disrespectful way, mediocre teams. Netherlands is one of the big dogs.
yeah.
Even though I
Well,
know they
the,
haven't
the
got
final four big dogs. This is the thing.
exactly. So it's like he ain't got time to concede and then react. Like he needs
Exactly,
to go all
exactly.
out straight away. Otherwise,
Correct.
and then what we're gonna be all regrets and we'll be like, oh look,
Because they, yeah, Dan, if we do what you just said, like let's say you go 1-0 down and then you bring Trippier off for Luke Shaw because you have to wait for him because he's only impactful for 70 minutes. As I said, you bring on Frimpong, Van de Ven, you've got such a strong defence against us that obviously it's all well and good having all these players stick up front again, but they've got
it's ifs and
fantastic
buts.
defence.
I also look at it on the other point of view. Same as people were going drop Kane. Southgate's literally got two guns in the side of his head and they're ready to shoot.
No, you can't drop
if he's
Kane.
No.
If he drops Kane, he's this one. And if he starts Kane and he has another stinker, it's this one.
Kane's one
Same
has to
as his
start.
left back problem. If he starts Shaw and he has a stinker because he's not fit or he goes off injured, it's this one. If he starts Trips and he has a
I guess-
stinker, do
High
you know what I mean?
stakes though, isn't it? That's why he's the manager of England. Like you're gonna have
They're
you're
getting
gonna
paid nearly
Well,
he gets paid 7
6
mil,
million
yeah.
pound a year.
Exactly, yeah.
Also, just a quick, not that we talked about this before.
on.
Obviously, if Southgate does leave, or when he leaves, because his contract is up as soon as the tournament ends, essentially, whenever we're knocked out, who takes his job? Who takes over from England? Or who would you
Me.
want, at least?
No, joking.
I'll do it for
I
£1
would
million a
say-
year. FA,
Yeah,
I'll do it for
you
£1
give me any amount of money, I'll do it.
Do it for free. I'd take. I wouldn't mind a non-English manager as well. I don't think. I
Same.
don't want. I wouldn't mind someone.
Chuck some names at me.
Should we get some Joachim Low back? The German manager.
I don't think a
sniffing
German would ever
himself.
take the English job.
Who's a Nah.
I honestly no, I wouldn't do.
What about Lamps? Got some Prem experience.
Amir's got
No.
flashbacks to Nam.
No, no.
What about
no.
another
No, but
Chelsea
it's not the
shout?
end of the world if he.
If you want to
Another
go
Chelsea
English,
shout?
probably
Graham Potter. Yeah,
Graham Potter's the
exactly.
only free one that you'd probably go for.
What about
He's probably
Tuchel?
holding out, so
Klopp, get Jurgen Klopp back in the country.
Obviously, if when you do get Klopp, obviously, I heard Klopp was in with the USA job. Apparently, you get a shitload of money there if you went there.
Mate,
Well,
I think anyone gets a shitload of money anyway for a national
yeah, I was going
team.
to say he'd get a load of money, and is also essentially a part-time job, really, isn't it? You
Yeah,
get
it's
what?
so good, isn't it? Imagine getting paid 6 mil a year to work, say, like 8 weeks out of the
How many games did England actually play? Like
5, 6 a season if it's
yeah.
not tournament, I think maybe. Or like
That's what I'm saying. 8 weeks out of 52, you get paid 6 mil. I'm there.
I was there for £6.
Yeah, I'll be doing it.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know. I honestly, I think English-wise, if we're looking at who's available, it's probably
Got
great.
Mourinho, mate.
I'd do Mourinho, but he's at Fenerbahce now, isn't he?
Yeah, I know.
So I saw a tweet. I think I said
Mandatory.
this before. It
I
was
don't want
Wenger?
Roberto
What about
Martinez.
Wenger?
If Roberto
Mourinho.
Martinez comes to England, then we're all
I think I'd give up on England as much as I hate England already. Martinez.
Roberto Martinez.
Us all as English fans slate Southgate and say he's the luckiest manager because of his runs to the knockout stages or through the knockout stages or the draws in the groups. Are stupid because we did our job in winning the group. France and whoever else didn't, so that's their fault. Haha. But also, like Martinez was, I know obviously they're out now, but beating like teams on penalties, luckily scraping through, injury time winners, like they've been incredibly lucky. And for a team in this tournament of Portugal who have got the caliber of player, they have got a good squad. Like for them to go out like they did.
Look at
I mean, I've got a question for you.
Look at the game tonight before you go. France. Have France actually played well this whole tournament?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
And then they're in the semi.
I don't think Deschamps is a good manager when he's talking about Saliba not really being good for him, and he's been their best player this
I
tournament.
don't know if he has.
I mean, you taking Wenger or England?
I love Wenger, so I would actually.
Yeah, Wenger or England would be sick.
I think he's too old though now. He probably wants
Nah,
France.
he'd do a job. That's part time. He'd love it.
Of course he'd do a job.
So I suppose moving on to obviously tonight's games, we'll do a
Spain,
combined.
France.
I was going to say we'll do a combined semi-finals 11, based on Euro 2024, not based off club careers or overall careers, based on Euro 24, and then afterwards we'll do a Holland England one. So starting off in goal.
Controversial.
I'd say Pickford.
I was going to say Pickford as well, based on the fact save penalties.
This, yeah, 100%. This Euro 2024.
I mean, my nan didn't save penalties, and I mean, Una Simon's quite good as well.
But yeah.
Oh, are we going for a 4-3-3? Are we settling for that?
Yeah, it's just easy, isn't it?
Cool. So Pickford in goal, right back.
It's definitely not Kyle Walker.
I know he got sent off last game. I was going to say Carvajal.
Carvajal, yeah, he's been good. Dumfries as well.
He had to make that tackle. Like that was essentially a game. He was beating for pace.
But he was off anyway. He
was beating for pace.
Dumfries, get us a shout.
I think Holland have been too poor to have.
Yeah, okay. Carvajal go right back. That's fine.
Unless like Koundé for France, or is that's a bit of a miss, isn't it?
I'd go. Oh no, Koundé's been decent. I would go Carvajal though. Still.
Yeah, stick Carvajal.
Centre backs, I think Saliba 100% has to be.
Yeah, Saliba is in there without doubt. He's quality. Rolls Royce.
And the other one, there's no English centre backs. I'd go for Van Dijk.
No, what? No, Van Dijk's been honking.
I'm not saying Van Dijk. I'm not saying. You said Gay.
Oh,
no.
Spain centre backs.
Lenormand again. He got just cemented.
Nah, Spain's kind of been a bit iffy, haven't they?
Well, then one. I don't want to go Mark Gay, but is it going to have to be like
General? What about General?
No, I think Gay's been the better.
No, the Stones ain't been that great.
Yeah, let's go.
Van
Dijk and De Vries. Yeah.
De Vries, yeah, De Vries.
He scored as well.
Yeah, De Vries and Saliba, I'd say.
Yeah, left back.
Who's
Tio?
I think Cucurella's had. Oh, Tio Hernandez has to be.
Yeah.
I think Tio Hernandez has a great tournament.
Can we put Rodri and Rice in?
I think
Rice. I don't think so.
No, I think Rodri, Rice, Kante midfield.
Yeah, that's a very defensive midfield, but
very defensive.
But they've been the best three players in midfield. I think Rodri has to go in there.
Bellingham, would we be too harsh on Bellingham?
That's what I'm saying.
I think no. Bellingham can't go in. Yes, he scored the biasy. Yes, he scored the first goal of the tournament, but he's been good for about a combined 19 minutes of football, I think.
I think if Kante has to 100% based on
Rodri's in there as well, 100%.
Kante, Rodri, I think Rice has been probably one of our best players.
But we're missing players like Dani Olmo, who's been amazing as well. And like Fabian Ruiz or there's no Oh,
I think Danny Elmo gets a shout, in my opinion. I think he's been exceptional.
So, El, are you losing your Starboy and Rice, or are you?
Rice, and then we'll just take Rodri out, so he's a free from different country. Would you really be controversial like that?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
let's replace the Spaniard. Let's for all circumstances, let's take the Spaniard out and put another one in. I think that's as you
I
said.
think Danny Olmo
So
definitely.
Kante, Rice, and Danny Olmo in the 10.
We're not putting Rodri in there.
But it's replacing Spain for Spain. I think
It's
that's the
Rodri or Rice, I think. So we'll give you the
Okay,
decision.
yeah, fine. Oh, cool, okay.
Yeah, of course he's gonna go Rice.
right.
Left wing,
Okay.
controversial. I'm gonna go Gakpo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
has to,
fine.
he's top scorer. He's
Okay, well,
he's an active top scorer.
Nico Williams, runner up,
Oh.
definitely. Had a good tournament.
Why
as
don't
well.
we shift Gakpo up top and put Nico on the left and Saka on the right?
Because he's played on the
Yamal?
left.
You
He's
don't
played on
put
the
Yamal
left.
in there?
He's played
I'm
on the
putting
left
Saka in
out.
there.
I think Yamal should be in that team.
I get that. Do you know what? It's funny because I really want Yamal and Saka in that team.
Let's put Saka in the middle. No joking.
Ah.
I think Gakpo has to go on the left. He's played on the
Gakpo, we
left.
need at least
Alright,
one
He's
fine.
shown that out on the left. He's actually.
I do have to say that
decent
Nico
footballer.
Williams has had a fantastic
Yeah.
spout at left wing for Spain.
Gakpo,
Has there been any standout strikers?
yeah. Well, not
It's
Morata.
Morata or Kane. This is the thing. Should we put Kane? English bias. Do we have to
Wait,
put
so
Kane
who's
in?
our left winger?
Gakpo. Gakpo. He's active top scorer. He has to be in.
Okay, striker then we'll do.
With Morata, Mbappe, Weghorst
No.
or Kane. The pie's not in there. He stunk it out.
The pie is stinky, yeah.
It's got to be. It's between Morata and Kane.
It's got to be Kane, yeah, you're right.
Wait.
Or who's that? Who's France? Who's French? Who's French? You know what I mean?
It's not going to be
You know
Greenfield.
what I mean? No,
Giroud.
Mawani's missed a lot.
Huh?
Mawani's missed a
Do we
couple of
not
heavy
have
chances.
Do we not have any of them as strikers? I say we put Gakpo striker. We do.
No,
Yamal-
you can't put Gakpo at striker. He's played at left mid in the tournament.
interchanging wing and then put Yamal left wing and then Saka right wing.
If you want to do that, then yeah, Elliot's
Well,
not
let's
in
do
it.
that.
I heavily disagree with that.
Okay, what would you want to do? We'll give El the
Well, but-
decision.
The thing is that Dan would do Gakpo, Kane, and someone else.
And Saka, yeah, because Gakpo's top
Okay,
scorer
so you
from
don't
the
want
left hand
Yamal.
side.
I think that's so harsh not to put
Yeah.
Yamal. So,
He can't play a full game. He's 16. He's not allowed legally in Germany. He's too
I mean,
young. It's child labour.
That's a mad rule by Germany, by the way.
No, well, it's understandable. I mean,
I mean, yeah, but it's circumstances for football, though.
yeah,
Surely.
it's 8 or 11 if you're an athlete. Okay, if Elliot's getting the deciding vote, he's going with Gakpo through the middle, Saka on the right, and Williams on the
Yamal,
left.
yeah.
You go for Yamal on the left.
Correct.
Oh, okay, all right. He's completely done something different.
How about no? Why don't we put Saka on the left? Because technically played left wing back, and we'll put just Yamal on the right.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Manager.
Spain manager, 100%.
Yeah.
That's football. I don't even know his name, but
I'm going to have a look for you because I was going to try and act smart and Luis de la Fuente. I was going to try and act smart and act like I knew it, but I did have to have a look.
Right.
So that is it. Yeah, that is it for. Oh, sure, there's a lot of controversial things in there, but yeah, let us know. Let us know what you would do if. I mean, you can kind of see what we were doing with the Spain thing with Rodri getting hooked. I suppose the last thing we can do this episode before we end is the Netherlands England combined 11.
Ooh, okay.
So starting off in goal,
Pickford.
sticking with Pickford. Right back,
Dumfries.
yeah. Centre backs,
I'll still put Van
Gehi
Dijk.
and
Van
De
Dijk and
Vrij.
De Vrij.
No,
I
we
was gonna say
have to be
Gehi
consistent.
and De Vrij.
De Vrij and Gehi.
Fine.
Left back,
Who's the Netherlands left back?
it will be Ake.
I put
Ake.
Ake.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll put him over Trippier.
And then into midfield, what are you going? Rice.
Rice.
Are you going Shooter or Shouted or Reinders?
Reinders has been good.
Yeah.
Reinders and Bellingham.
Bellingham, yeah.
Is that Rice, Reinders, Bellingham? Yeah, as a free.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
Cool.
4-4-3.
And then
And then
front three.
Gakpo, Kane, Saka.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that was really easy. Oh,
Yeah, that was yeah. that
What
was
if,
yeah.
This
That
might
was-
be stupid from me. Is like they're missing key players. Delict, is he injured or he just didn't make it?
Yeah,
Or
it's a great question. Or
Uh,
and De Jong.
what? I don't seen De Jong all tournament.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a look at their squad.
It doesn't make sense unless they got injured. But
that's a fantastic question, Amir.
Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at their squad. Wijnaldum's in there. Gravenberch is in there. Depay. No, he's just not in there.
Oh,
The Lit's in there.
What?
I don't think the lift at all.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played stats at Euro 2024.
That's mad.
No,
Let's have a
he's
look.
not in there. Unless I've been an idiot. He's coming up on the squad list.
That's mad if so. Hold on.
Yeah, De Jong is injured. De Ligt.
Oh, De Ligt.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that was who was it? Was it who went
Oh,
over?
De Ligt was on the bench that game.
maybe he's not trusted then. Imagine he's fourth choice then, because Van
Mate, do you know who else was on the bench as well?
Yeah.
Wijnaldum.
Yeah, he's in a LSU
Oh,
Faki. He went over with Gerard and Gerard just did.
Gravenberch's on the bench as well. Mad. Well, they've actually got a stacked team.
Final combined 11, guys. We'll do France, Spain. Let's go.
We're doing a France Spain command over. Okay.
Unai
Unai
Simon,
Simon,
Yeah.
Jules
right back.
Koundé, Saliba. Oh, no. Sorry. Carvajal.
Carvajal,
It's got to be
Saliba.
Carvajal,
Saliba.
Saliba. Should I go Upamecano or Laporte? Or what's his name? Lenormand.
Laporte's been good.
I go Laporte.
Yeah, Laporte's
Laporte?
been good.
Left
Theo.
back, Theo. I
It's
always
a
say
Theo.
Theo,
We've
yeah.
got to be consistent.
Cucurella has
Um,
had a good tournament, though. We'll do Theo.
Oh, yeah. Should've been Hamilton.
Rodri, Kante, and Danny Olmo's got to be in it.
Yeah.
Left
Lamine
wing,
Yamal, Nico Williams.
Morata, or Mawani is down as because Mbappe's down
Mawani,
out
I'd
on the
say.
wing.
I say we just put Mbappé up top, even though he ain't been there.
Yeah, that's fun.
He's got the same amount of broken noses than he has goals. Like
Right, we can't do that then. Think he had a good. Think he's been good at times. Dembele. Could we not just?
I agree.
yeah,
Or Griezmann. Griezmann not being that good.
I like Griezmann.
We'll definitely. We sit on though. Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal left wing and
Yeah,
right
they
wing.
have to.
What about
Okay, fine.
what? Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say what played Danny Olmo as a false nine and just stick someone else in the midfield.
Who?
Yeah.
Fabian Ruiz.
It was either going to Ruiz or Tchouaméni.
I'll do that. I'll put Ruiz in there if you want to put Almo as a false nine.
Ruiz, Rodri, and Kante.
I mean, that's strange, but why not? I guess.
No. Keep it to what it was and just put a striker in striker. I think this time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's put Mawani in there. I think he's been. I know he's obviously not been clinical, but
Is that what? He had 11.
he's been good.
He's only
Morata
started
scored.
one game.
I think Morata. It's gonna have to be.
Yeah,
he's playing, is he?
do you think?
literally. This
It's gonna be Mbappé, isn't
Mbappe's got the best overall rating.
it? Mbappé. Just put Mbappé.
Yeah,
it's
got
got
it. Broken nose, man.
Yeah, exactly.
The masked man.
Out fighting crime.
Perfect.
But that brings us to the end of the episode. Catch us next week when hopefully, I mean, it would have been the final, so hopefully we're sitting here with England shirts on and a scarf apart from Chavez because he's not here. If we win it, we'll try and do it in person.
Chavez will be in an England shirt.
And Chavez will be in some sort of England memorabilia. That is, if England win the tournament, Chavez will be in some sort of England memorabilia. Scarf, flag, hat, foam finger, whatever it is. Chavez will be wearing it. Gareth Southgate, that's your motivation. Thank you very much for watching, and until next week, goodbye.